The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt form. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out there. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Go. Richardson. This ball complete to Trey Palmer.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Trey Palmer
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Trey Palmer
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Thornton, the motion man right.
Go.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The big fella. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here we go. Press. Right.
Now Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, 59 yards. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Palmer going in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the draw.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A pretty wild 1st quarter. 21-7, our score.
Ready.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
19 tight. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Richardson looking to throw this. Open man, it's Palmer.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Richardson going to move him around.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Hey,
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go, son. Jump slant.
Here's Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Now they'll change things up. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
A run up the middle with Irving. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. That his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Don't jump. Ready?
A shotgun snap. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hodges. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Here's Fields.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Curtis Hodges
from 21 yards away.
And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now it's Richardson. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hold it ready. Bronco 80. Go.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They run out of the gun with Irving.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Now Richardson.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Come on, come on.
Back to throw. Richardson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11. Tonight.
Fields. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tonight.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. Down to the 42, second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Dragon 60. Check go.
Looking to throw on second down.
Richardson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Ready.
Richardson, shotgun on third down.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
60 Eagle. Set.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. Right.
Back to throw. Fields going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyquan Thornton, 58 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now 2nd and 3. Palmer going in motion right. Here's a tap forward by Richardson.
They find some open field here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He's got it.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go, set.
Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts
From a yard out.
and the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll send Austin in motion right.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
On the double.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Let's go now.
Richardson now throwing to start the drive. And this is incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Trey Palmer.
29 yards.
And the Buccaneers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Fields now to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now it's Fields. Completes this one to Thornton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields throwing again. That's complete yet again to Thornton.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
EQ. Angel.
To throw is Fields.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Again, Fields. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Now Fields.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here we go, son. 11. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fields.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back to throw. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
McLaughlin for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
EQ. Here we go. Good. All right.
Looking to throw. Fields. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
He finds Austin complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go,
so the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mini basic. Why not? All right.
Looking to throw. Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. All right.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Shut up. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL